Hello, I'm here with my new dear friend from the UK, Princess Dahimia. She's one of the recent attendees and alumni of the May class for the live 5-day Profit Podcast Launch Challenge for the UK, which was last week. And it was a blast having you. So, Princess, thank you for attending the challenge. First of all, I would love to have your overall feedback about the challenge.
Um, for me, the challenge was amazing in many ways because of the quality of what was given on that challenge. Oftentimes, you go on these things and people give you a lot of fluff, but it wasn't that case with you. You led from the heart. I understand why you say heart-centered leaders, because it's absolutely, you were living what you were saying, and you were teaching us that way too. And it was absolutely fantastic. And even the guests that you had on, they were so aligned with your heart. They were just beautiful people who wanted to see us succeed. Because it's really not about us alone. It's about how much impact we can make on individuals across the earth. Because that's what we're here to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for the feedback. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your business and all that good stuff?
Well, I'm a Christian entrepreneur, and I help those women, corporate women or professional women in these spaces to transition by having a bulletproof transition exit plan, because to live in God's purpose, because oftentimes we end up in places that we were not supposed to be serving in, or sometimes we are supposed to be serving in it, but our assignment is over. So now it's time to go into the next phase of our lives. And it is hard because I've had to transition myself, and I transitioned without a plan. And let me tell you, that was difficult. So I know where they are, and therefore I want to help them to plan their route out of corporate or out of their career into living God's purpose.
Love that, love that, love that. Thank you for sharing that. One other thing that really stood out about you, as soon as I checked your Facebook profile, your banner was very clear, helping women of faith, Christian women of faith, to transition from from a meaningless, not meaningless, but unfulfilled job to more to finding purpose and the path. As when I saw it, I said, wow, this woman knows what she's doing and she's gonna get it. She's like, go get it. I love that. So thank you. That's awesome. Now, how long had you been looking at podcasting?
For a number of years, because I believe my strongest gift is speaking
Mhm.
and transforming. It's not just speaking, but transforming people through what I say. I realize that I have this gift of speaking life into people. I could lift them out of what they were in. And in fact, I didn't even know it was a gift until later on in my life when when I realized that whatever I say to people, they go and take action. So I was doing this long before I did even know knew it was a thing, so to speak. So yeah. So podcasting, and one of the things I love about podcasting is that you have your platform. You can speak about the topic that most burns within you,
Mhm.
and you can transform from that platform when you have that, what do you say, that freedom to speak on what you're gifted at, and find other people who are just like you or similar to you, have a similar calling.
I love
Is
that.
Yeah, you find your tribe, your own people, because I mean, as I said before, I I'm a believer, so I believe when the scripture says that my sheep knows your voice, I believe that your voice is connected to certain people. And when they hear you, the way you say it and the way you speak to them, they know, they hear your voice and they come to you for that because you have what they need.
Beautiful. Love that. Love that. Love that. So, why haven't you started your podcast so far? What was the number one thing, reason holding you back so far?
At the time, to be honest with you, I was just stuck in a 9 to 5 and I was too tired. And at the beginning, I didn't know what to do, to be honest with you. I didn't know the route. I didn't know the road. I didn't even know the equipment. So I started kind of researching equipment on what to use and how to do it. And I would find so many different people and they're so saying so many different things. Some of them resonated, some didn't. And then you get confused and then you stop.
Yes, yes, yes. So, how did you find out about me and why did you decide to sign up for the challenge?
Interestingly, I was in another challenge, the Supernova challenge with Eileen, and there was somebody in there who was talking about podcasting because I'd started my podcast. I have about a few episodes up, and then I realized that the content, it was great content, but I needed to make it specific to the women I was speaking to. And so I stopped for a moment. I just paused. It's not really stop. I paused because I needed to pivot. I needed to understand what it is I was doing with my message and what I wanted my message to do. So when I saw that you were a specialist with podcasts, I said, let me go here and about what this gentleman had to say.
Wow, amazing, amazing. I love how things work always for a reason at the right time.
Yeah.
And it was the right time for us to connect. So awesome. Now, since you had attended the challenge, what was your biggest takeaway?
Um, I've had many takeaways, but it's the clarity
Mm,
for me. Because if you don't have clarity, you will get stuck. When you are crystal clear on your message and what you want to say, who you want to serve, and how you want to serve it in the marketplace, then that for me, it produces this blueprint that you can just start taking steps to go towards what you need.
love that. Thank you. Amazing. Love that. Now, speaking about the challenge, what did you think of the structure, the content, and the value that you got out of it?
As it relates to the structure, the content, it was beautiful. One of the things I loved, it was the one-to-one approach in terms of you got to know each of us as a person, and it made me feel like I was your friend. And that for me was just beautiful. The rapport
Yeah.
and the fact that I could see your heart, the care that you had for the people in front of you, for me, that just really stood out. And it wasn't too long because I don't like sitting through long things. And I really don't.
Even the one night we stayed for 3 hours when Michiel did his talk with you for an hour and a half with
No,
you.
that was no, it was exhilarating
Yeah.
because it was directly in education you would call it differentiation. So
Yes.
it was tailored to me.
Yes.
So it's almost like I was the only one in the room and you were talking to me. And that for me made a whole lot of difference.
Sure.
And this is what you gave is what you would pay for normally.
Yes. I
You
heard
didn't
that.
hide anything. There was no fluff. You were just giving it as is. And it made me want to get to know you better. It made me want to learn from you even more because I knew it was just not just about money. You wanted to help. And
Yes.
that for me, it stood out.
Yes, because podcasting, as you know, as you know, my story completely changed my life, saved it,
Yeah,
and transformed. This is why I'm very grateful. I want to give back and help and inspire as many other people with beautiful hearts. And during the challenge, I got to know you. I saw that I see that you have a very beautiful heart, a powerful gift. It was natural for me to help you as much as I can.
really
Awesome.
appreciate that.
What do you think of the other attendees that you get to meet?
They're lovely people. And while you're helping them, you're also helping me because many times they're asking questions
Mm,
that will solve my problem too. So I listened to how you help them and I thought, okay, you're following those steps. Okay, let me follow it with myself and see how I can get better. And then the homework, that consolidated learning, I like doing my homework. I
Good,
must be a geek or something.
good, good, good. You're a
I
smart
love doing
cookie.
my homework because the homework created clarity, and it also, as I said before, there's no point of getting information and sitting on that information, never doing anything with it. Information is just potential power, but you're the one who's gonna have to just step out on what you've learned and do something about it.
Yeah, as I said at the start, please don't view this as entertainment.
Yes. Yeah, you did.
Implement it because when implemented, this can be life-changing because it changed my life. I'm the perfect example of it,
Mhm.
coming literally from the doors of hell to being able to live life on my terms. So I sincerely hope that and I'm really happy to see that you took it seriously. You've been doing your homework, asking good question, attending. So and I have no doubt that you will succeed. So well done for you. Well done.
Thank
Uh,
you.
welcome. What do you think of the support I offered?
The support was fantastic. You've even given us documents, like it's like a swipe file. Go plug your stuff into this.
Yes.
Follow these steps. Boom, boom, boom. So even if you're not there, you can really listen to the replay,
Mhm.
follow the things that you give us, and still get results.
Yeah.
The fact that you provided replay where you can really sit and allow the information to kind of marinate, that was fantastic.
Yes. I signed up for a challenge myself at the start of the year with a big name.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I had to pay to attend the free challenge $97. And if I wanted the replay, I had to basically pay $300 to get access to the replays.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just an hour. At the end of the hour, he said, listen, I got to jump off. Call was ended without even, there were like 300 people on the call. Good luck getting your question in. And I said, okay, that's beautiful, but I want my challenge to be the exact opposite. Remember what I always say? Build whatever you do, your program, your challenge,
Yes.
to the way
Yes.
you wish to exist. Build it for you.
Yes. Yes. And it's funny you should say that because it's the very same thought that came to my mind because you were practicing what you preach and many times, and that shows integrity. And one of the things I loved is that there were certain principles in you I saw coming out in your work, like the integrity, the
Yeah.
giving, that that generosity.
Mhm.
That is what will make people spend money with you.
I'm honored. And listen, for me, I believe that when you really sincerely help,
Yeah,
the money's going to take care of itself
true.
magically, naturally, divinely. So,
Yeah. And you can see also that you love what you do. And
oh,
that makes all the difference in the world. When someone is in their purpose and they're doing the thing that they were born to do, they're doing the thing that they were created to do, oh my goodness, there's nothing like it. It's just fire. It's just straight
yeah.
fire.
That's why I was doing two challenges at the same time that week. For you guys from
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the evening, and for the US, uh, the call was at 7 o'clock, so I had to wake up at 5 o'clock to get ready. So, but I didn't mind it because I love what I'm doing. I love inspiring.
Yeah. Remember I asked you, don't you sleep? Because I don't know, you're serving the UK, you're serving US and Canada and those areas, and I
Australia,
thought,
Europe, Asia, yeah,
wow,
the
this
world.
man is serious about his craft.
Because some people are saying even one challenge a week is a lot to handle, which is absolutely true. But doing two at
It
the
is
same
true.
time, you have to be obsessed.
Yeah,
You have
that's
to
a
be obsessed.
ninja move.
Yeah, exactly. What did you think of the experts that I brought in?
As I said, they were totally aligned with your heart. They were just really lovely people.
Yeah.
I like, I just like their direct approach. They knew their stuff. They know what they were saying. They know
Oh, yeah.
what each step. They know why they weren't throwing stuff in because it fills the gap.
Hmm.
Each step was supposed to fulfill a certain thing.
Absolutely.
So a transformation will come from each step of the process. This is what you do because this is what you do here because. And when you know what you're doing and why you're doing it, as again, that's straight fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So now that you've attended the challenge with all that you learned, how do you think this is now going to help you moving forward with your business?
one of the things it made me do is really hone in on the offer.
Mm,
And I said, what is it I really want these women to have? And I said to myself, a bulletproof exit plan.
mm.
And the way you helped me to hone in, you took the bulletproof and did something amazing with it. And I said, yes, that's it right there.
And that's just the beginning because we can go so much
Yeah.
deeper, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Because in it, even though it's an exit plan, within that plan, there
Yeah.
are different steps. There are the mental steps. There's so many different, there are five major phases of that plan. And at the end, they will have what I didn't have at the time and struggled with so much. I felt like I was in limbo.
Mm.
Yeah, when I left, I didn't know. It's like somebody, a tub, like you turn it on the, you turn it upside down. That's how I felt. Like I was being
Mm.
shaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what kind of opportunities do you see now that you have your clarity as to your offer, your business, and clarity as to how to build and launch your profitable podcast? What kind of opportunities do you see this opening up for you?
Endless opportunities
Yeah.
because we have, it's almost like you gave us a blueprint of a strategy and how to build it,
Yeah.
how to grow it and make it profitable, because that's the
Yeah.
promise.
Absolutely. Um, you know, I've had people in the past that by just implementing the information I shared for free, and the
Hmm.
past challenges were nowhere near as in depth as this one. They told me that they were able to not only get leads but get clients by just implementing what I told them. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I really do. In fact, I last night I was working on a message that has been burning in my heart, and even though I have other strategies to speak it, the fact that I know I am honing in
Mhm.
on these women and I know exactly what I want them to have, it just really made things crystal clear. Because
Absolutely.
I mean, clarity brings certainty. And
Right? Is the name of the
when you,
game.
yeah, and when you're certain on how you want to help people, then nothing can stop you but you.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Um, one question I want to ask you, and oh yes, I had people tell me from the past challenges
Hmm.
that the information I shared with them is much better than some of the information they paid a lot of money for and other programs. Would you agree with that?
Yes, yes, I do. Because I remember going on a program because I saw the word purpose in it and I was trying
Mm.
to discover my purpose at the time. And the guy didn't know what it was. Uh, I paid high ticket money for it, and I was very disappointed. Honestly, apart from the outline of it and the music that was nice.
Music you can have for free on YouTube and
This
Spotify
is
and
what
all
I'm
that, you know?
saying. This is what I'm saying. The music that was nice. I didn't get anything else from it. I just lost some money. And I thought, and th
Yeah.
those are the things, it shows the character of a person.
Yes.
Because if you can't care enough about your client to really research and hone in and give them the transformation that they came to you for, then it shouldn't be out there. And people are being transformed in your free program. You can
Yeah.
imagine what the paid program is like if you could have given that for free. So hats off to you, sir. You've been absolutely amazing
Welcome.
steward of the gifts that you've been blessed with.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I had people tell me that the same thing that they said they would gladly pay $1,000 just for the free information. Even some people told me, hey, I would even pay $2,000 for that. I had people tell me that.
Now, it was good. You even went over the equipment.
Yeah.
That was how thorough it was.
Yeah.
And then the stages, the way you build upon from day one to day
Mm.
five, you can see the clear path and the end result, and that's what people want. So,
Exactly. I'm glad that you saw that. Thank you
yeah.
for your time. Thank you for your trust. Last question. If someone is currently sitting on the fence about podcasting and they're not sure whether that can help them with their business, Would you recommend them to have a chat with me and attend an upcoming challenge?
Without a shadow of a doubt. Because you know what you're doing, you know why you're doing it. And one of the greatest thing is when you've walked the walk and you know the steps.
Yeah.
Because don't tell me about hell if you have not been there and back. Because you can give me the ladder and the steps to crawl out myself. So,
I've been
and you
there a few times,
have that.
I know it like the back, I know the path like the back of my head.
You can see that.
And I
You
never,
can
never want to go
totally.
back, so.
No, 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 no. I you see, I no, that place is not nice, but what you learn, the gold mine from it.
Oh, huge.
No, you can, as you say, would you can you can tell people your signature line.
I
Your
would
what?
not,
Your
I would not change anything, honestly. Jokes aside, I would,
yeah.
because I would not be the person I am if I hadn't experienced all of that.
And you kept telling us your mess is your gold mine.
Your crap is your gold. Come on, don't destroy my
Yeah, you,
favorite saying. Your
oh
crap,
yes. Oh, my apologies. Your crap is
your gold. Your crap is your gold. Or if you want to say
precisely.
it in a more PC way, your mess is your message. But I'm not PC. I'm very
Absolutely.
unapologetic. I'm very straight to your face, direct. Hey, listen, let's call a cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, call a spade, right?
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Listen, Princess, absolute pleasure, honor. I'm really delighted I was able to serve you, to inspire you, to plant the seed in your mind that you've been blessed with incredible gifts and to provide you with that clarity, the roadmap. Now, I'm cheering for you. God is cheering for you. But you know who's the most important people cheering for you? Your future client. They're waiting for you in the silence. Say, Princess, get out of your own way. We need you. Come on, make it happen. Make it happen.
Yeah. And the thing is, speaking is the most powerful gift in this universe, one of the most
Yes.
powerful gifts in the universe because it's so spiritual.
It can
It's
destroy, it can build bridges.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that is why I am very mindful of the things that I say.
Not just say, but also think.
Oh,
Entertain your
yeah.
mind.
Yeah. I mean, the scripture says death and life are in the power of the tongue, and you
Yeah.
will reap it, reap the fruit thereof. So whether you speak good or you speak evil, you're going to reap those fruits. And out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Again, here you go with your mind, as you said before. See, both of them are connected.
We manifest as we create. What you entertain, you speak. What you speak, you manifest, you
Yes.
attract, you create.
Yep. It is like that.
Absolutely. Listen, absolute honor. I'm cheering for you. Keep shining your light. Keep blessing the world. You're a true gift, and I can't wait to see you spread your wings and fly high, loud and proud. The beautiful gifts, my friend. Take care. God bless. Cheers.